Welcome back to CBS News 24/7. Okay, so this we know, Congress might be out of session this week, but lawmakers face the heat from voters reacting to deep cuts by the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Democrats and Republicans back in their districts, and they are hearing from the people who put them in power in the first place. And by the way, they're getting an earful. Wyoming GOP Congresswoman Harriet Hageman became the latest lawmaker to confront a hostile crowd. Take a listen to this scene inside this town hall last night.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, those aren't cheers. They are jeers. So let's get to CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, these are equal opportunity hot seats, really, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican.
Yeah, I mean, Reed, you may notice that I'm in the Washington, D.C. bureau, not on Capitol Hill. That's because Congress is out of session this week, which means they're back in their districts, back in their states. And this is a time where they're supposed to be talking to constituents, doing constituent services, touching base with how their voters and constituents are feeling right now. And so this is a time for town halls. Now, in that Republican town hall that you just saw from Harriet Hageman, she represents Wyoming. It's an at-large seat. She represents the whole state. That was held in an area called Laramie, which is a college town, a more liberal part of a very conservative state. So you're likely to get more pushback in an area like that. But it is significant because this is reflective of what we've been seeing in districts really across the country when we've seen these town halls, is there is an opportunity for those who are opposed to what DOGE is doing, what the Trump administration is doing, to let their members, their members of Congress know about it. So it's significant also that she is holding a town hall, because we saw a couple of weeks ago Republicans were being discouraged by Republican leadership to hold these kinds of town halls because they said that they were being infiltrated by Democrats and special interests and those sorts of things. So good that she's having one, and we're going to see a lot more of this. And we're also notably seeing it on the Democratic side as well.
Well, whether it's a town hall or the digital town square, so to speak, there's reporting today that some youth groups are getting more vocal also. In fact, they're stepping forward and telling Chuck Schumer to step up or step down. Is there any indication there in Washington, D.C. from Schumer's office on how they're responding to this?
Well, he seems at this point to be digging in. He's been doing a lot of interviews on television across the week because he's out there promoting a new book that he has out. So it's time to do that. But he has been insistent that he made the right decision according to the options he says he was given in terms of shutting down the government or holding against Republicans. And what's significant here is that, you know, we're starting to see a little element of anti-establishment from the Democratic Party base. They're still kind of in the wilderness right now after the past election, trying to figure out their strategy, figure out how to push back against this administration and Republicans in Congress, and trying to figure out how to exert any power or authority or prowess in terms of legislating when they're in the minority. And so that is a difficult task at hand. And so that's why we're also, Reed, keeping an eye on some of these Democratic town halls, because that's where you're starting to see the base of the party really react to Democrats in Congress. We've seen at town halls this week, for example, constituents saying, you're not doing enough. You're not fighting hard enough for us against the Trump administration, in their words. So we're seeing this kind of on both sides here for very, very different reasons. But following where the Democrats are right now, you're starting to see the elements of the anti-establishment feeling that, you know, we saw a lot through the Tea Party movement over a decade ago.
All right, Caitlin Huey-Burns, thanks for breaking it down for us. We appreciate you so very much. Have a great day.